Today we're going to work on Unit 2, Lesson 12. We're going to work on polynomial division. Now to do that we're going to use the box method. Now before we've used the box method to multiply two binomials together, or a binomial times a trinomial, to get the polynomial. Okay, today we're going to work backwards on that. So we're going to start with what do you notice, what do you wonder? So what we're trying to notice and wonder here is these two factors are on this side and the top. The polynomial is in the middle, but we've got to be sure we watch out here. Okay, that middle term comes off of that diagonal. Okay, same idea here. The binomial's down the side, the trinomial's across the top. This polynomial is inside the box here. Here's our first term and our last term. Notice our diagonals add up to these two middle terms. Okay? So we could go ahead, we could use the box method to go ahead and figure out what this other factor is. And that's what we're going to be learning today. All right, so we're going to use activity 3 to help us out with this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, it says, here's some polynomial functions with known factors. Rewrite the polynomial as a product of linear factors. That means all the x's have to have first powers on them, no exponents on them. Note, you may not need to use all the columns in the diagram, and they do give us some extra columns that we don't need. For some problems, you may need to make another diagram, and we'll look at that when we get that far. All right, so we know x minus 7 is a factor, so we're going to put that down the side. Okay. We know x cubed is the first term in the polynomial, so that goes in our first box inside here. Well, we know that comes from x times something to give us that x cubed. So if we take an x off of this x cubed, we get the x squared. Well, that sets us up, then we can get this bottom one. We could do x squared times negative 7 to get negative 7x squared. Now, let's move to the x squared term. It is negative 7x squared. So to make this diagonal add up to what it should be, we have to add a 0 to it because we don't need any more. So I'm going to put negative 7x squared just because that makes me feel a little better. Now, I'm going to take off whatever's on this left side. So I'm going to take an x off of that, and I got 0x. Now, I can multiply to get this one because I have my two factors of it already. 0x times negative 7 is 0x. Okay, now I go back to my polynomial. My x term is negative 16x. So that means, what do I have to add to 0x to get negative 16x? Well, I have to add a negative 16x to it. Now we're set up, we can divide again. So we can divide the x off because it's already a factor, and we're left with negative 16. Now I can find this next term because I've got my two factors of it. Negative 7 times negative 16 is positive 112, which is in fact our last term. So I don't need the rest of the box. So now I'm down to a of x equals x minus 7 times x squared plus 0x minus 16. Well, I can factor that, okay? I could use box method if I like, or I could just factor it. I got my x minus 7, that's one linear factor. Since that's just an x squared, no leading coefficient, it's easiest just to factor it. So x times x, read it backwards. Factors of 16 that subtract to 0. Well, that must be 4 times 4. Okay? Now, if they're going to subtract to 0, that means I'm going to have one positive 4 and one negative 4 to get a 0. So I have my linear factors. All right, this next one is a great deal more difficult because we have a fraction, but we can do fractions. We're not scared of fractions. Okay, so I'm writing my factor down the side, x minus 3 halves. I'm writing my first term in the first box in here. So 2x to the third, that came from right there. Okay, so now pretend we don't have these for a minute. Okay, now I'm going to divide 2x cubed by x, and that gives me 2x squared. Okay, I'm just undoing it. Okay, so now I know 2x squared times negative 3 halves is negative 3x squared. So I'm going to look at my x squared term in the polynomial. I really need negative 1x squared. So to get negative 1x squared out of negative 3x squared, I've got to add 2x squared to it. Okay, so now I can undo again. I can take the x off of that term, and that tells me I got a plus 2x. Now I can multiply positive 2x times negative 3 halves. So that's 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, divided by 2 is negative 3x. Okay, now I'm down to x, so I'm going to look at my x term. Okay, on this diagonal, I need a total of negative 27x. So I've got negative 3, so that means I need another negative 24x to have a total of negative 27x. Now I'm ready to divide again, so I can find this top number. So negative 24x divided by x gives me negative 24. Okay, now I can multiply and get this next term. So negative 24 times negative 3 is positive 72, divided by 2 is positive 36, and there's my last term. So I don't need those. Okay, so now I'm down to b of x equals x minus 3 halves 2x squared plus 2x minus 24. Now, in that trinomial, I notice those will all divide by 2, so I'm going to factor that 2 off. So I've got 2 times x minus 3 halves gives me x squared plus x minus 12. Now I'm going to do two things at once here. If I distribute this 2 through 2 times 3 halves, that's going to make this fraction go away. So I like that. So I'm going to say 2x minus 2 times 3 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So I got rid of the fraction. That's a linear factor now. I like that better. Okay? And then I can factor this trinomial. So I've got x and x. I need factors of 12 that subtract to 1. So that must be 3 and 4. And it's got to be a positive 1. So if I can only play with 3 and 4, it must be a plus 4 and a minus 3 to give me a positive 1. Okay? Now, here's a way you could test these. Okay? You could go to Desmos, and you could plug this into Desmos, and you could plug this into Desmos, and you should get exactly the same thing. If you don't, something got messed up. You lost a number in there somewhere. All right, so let's go to number 3. Okay, we're going to try this again. Okay, same idea. So this time they didn't put anything in for us. Okay, so we're going to put our factor down the side, x plus 3. We're going to put our first number in. That's our x to the third power. All right, so now we can take an x off, and that gives me x squared. Now I'm set up to multiply, so x squared times a positive 3 is plus 3x squared. Okay, so I'm going to look at my x squared term here. I need negative 3x squared. So if I've got a positive 3x squared, that means I have to subtract 6 of them to get negative 3. Okay, so now I'm ready to take off the x again. So if I take one of the x's off, I've got negative 6x. Okay, so now I can multiply. Negative 6x times positive 3 is negative 18x. Okay, now I'm going to look at the x term. So I've got negative 13x. So I've got too many negatives here. So I have to add 5x to that. Okay, so that gives me a total of negative 13x on my diagonal. If I take the x off, I'm left with plus 5. Well, I can multiply now. Positive 5 times positive 3 is positive 15, and that's my last term. So I didn't need those boxes. All right, so that gives me x plus 3, x squared minus 6x plus 5 for c of x. Now I can go x squared, or x plus 3, what am I doing? X plus 3, and I can factor the binomial. X and x, factors of 5 that add up to 6 are 5 and 1, and to get a negative 6 out of 5 and 1, they must both be negatives. And again, I could plug this into Desmos, plug this into Desmos. They should be exactly the same thing. All right, we're down to one last problem. Okay, so we're going to pick one of these. This time it has two factors. We're going to just pick one of them. I'm going to do x plus 2. So I got my x to the 4th. So I'll take off one of the x's, so that's x to the 3rd. So I've got plus 2x to the 3rd. So I'm looking at my x to the 3rd term. It's a 0x to the 3rd, so I need minus 2x to the 3rd. So now if I take off the x, I've got negative 2x squared. So multiply together, I've got positive 2 times negative 2 is negative 4x squared. Okay, now my x squared term is negative 13, so that means I need a negative 9x squared to finish that. So I'm going to take off the x, so negative 9x times 2 is negative 18x. Okay, well, I want 0x, so I'm going to add 18x. If I take the x off of that, I've just got plus 18. And then I'm going to take 18 times 2 is plus 36. Okay, so I'm down to x plus 2, x cubed minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18. Okay, so I can do this again. So if I do it again, this time I'm building my own chart. Okay, so I'm going to use my x minus 2 this time that I had up there. So x minus 2. Now this time I have x cubed. So if I take the x off, I have x squared. So x squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. I want negative 2x squared, so that means I need to add 0x squareds to that. If I take the x off of that, I've got plus 0x. 0x times 2 is plus 0x. Okay, well, if I look at the x term, I need negative 9x. So that means I need to do negative 9x. I can take the x off of that, and I just got negative 9. Negative 9 times negative 2 is positive 18, and I'm done there. So now I'm down to x squared plus 0x minus 19. And I had my x plus 2, x minus 2. Well, I can factor this. That's going to be x and x. That's going to be factors of, that's actually 9, not 19. Factors of 9 that subtract a 0 are 3 and 3. Must be a plus and a minus to get that 0. X plus 2, x minus 2. So we got all our factors now. So we have d of x equals. All right, that one's kind of tough. We had to do it twice. Y'all have a good luck on your assignment.